Fullwood. I am the current Executive Director for Miami Youth Garden, and Miami Youth Garden is a organization that focuses on, at this moment, a summer camp, which is called also Miami Youth Garden. It runs from the mid part of June to the very beginning of August. It's for children who are in the grades between 4th and 10th grade. We're looking to expand it to maybe 3rd graders and 11th grade as well. Until then, though, we started out in the beginning, I believe, with just the 5th to 9th graders. So as the kids get older, we definitely want to keep them included. So as they get older, we're expanded to 11th and all the way up to 12th graders. And it's a summer program that encompasses leadership. They have a program or a curriculum called Seed to Harvest, which was created by Reverend Dr. Joaquin Willis. And that's how Miami Youth Garden started. Well, actually, I believe the program, the idea for it started some years back before I even became involved in it. But Seed to Harvest is what Reverend Willis uses as far as the leadership component for the children. It started out for a church that he had up north, and it was mainly for adults who were doing business or corporations, trying to get them to figure out what their goal and their vision was on an individual level, then a team level, and then finally organizational level, where people can become interdependent on one another. And so we brought it down just a little bit, made it more kid-friendly so that the kids can understand it and utilize it for their everyday life. The summer program also has extracurricular activities as well as academics, so they get tutoring for math, reading, and science. They also do art, dance, modeling, and music, and some culinary art. So it really started out as just something to, one, keep the kids out of the streets, off the communities during the summertime, and give them something constructive to do. And also because we wanted to have a community garden, which is across the street, directly across the street from the church. That I think they started planning that in 2013. So everything reverts back to that community garden, which also they wanted to kind of pacify the need for fresh vegetables and fruit in the community. The Liberty City area, which is where Miami Youth Garden is considered a food desert. So that means there's no place to buy apples, oranges, fruits, any other type of vegetables other than your regular corner store. I think they just put a Walmart not too far from the area, so that's good. But not everybody can afford to be able to buy things. So out of the garden will come a farmer's market, and the farmer's market will cater to the community as well as other neighboring gardens that we want to also connect with. This year we expanded a lot. We partnered up with Mega, which is a community center directly in Liberty Square, and we got about 30, maybe even between 30 to 35 kids from there, and we bused them from their community center early in the mornings, and we got them back in the afternoons. And we also have guest speakers for Career Day, which is normally on Wednesdays. They range from teachers, college professors, financiers, chefs, I think also some lawyers. So we try to get the kids a taste of just about all of the careers so they can start thinking about what it is that they want to do with their lives, long-term and short-term, which is what Seed to Harvest also helps them to do. This year is a little bit more hectic because we had a lot more kids, but we also had a lot more staff. We added a couple of other things to the program as well, like a spiritual development or encouragement group for the girls and boys separately. And we're having our second showcase, which will be this Thursday, which is something that the kids participate in to show their talents, whether it's dance, art, what they learned in Seed to Harvest program, or something for culinary art. And I think for the future, we're definitely trying to, of course, expand. we've reached out to Teach for America to see if we can get teachers for the summertime, and they can come as they get their hours for their internship and teach our kids for the summertime. We've touched bases with FIU's Education Effect and also the Boy Scouts of America, and we just want to see the organization grow. And also, big picture is not just the summer camp portion of it, it's also trying to give young people, young adults and even older adults, jobs or careers, and also access to things that they normally lack, which may be counseling or social work, social services, anything of that nature. And that's about it.
So hi, I'm Allison Lawrence. I'm the campus coordinator for the Miami Youth Garden Summer Program. So let's start with spiritual encouragement classes. There's some gentlemen that are part of the InterVarsity Bible study at FIU, Florida International University, and they've come to encourage the young men of the camp because they recognize that there's really a need for mentorship for young black males, and that's where their heart is in having that class with them. They usually talk about injustice issues, racial issues, bullying, social issues. So I think that's a really good class for the kids to have, and I know that they've enjoyed teaching the class. So if you enjoy teaching, then kids will enjoy learning. And this summer we've actually added a DJing class where the kids learn how to mix different tracks. So their favorite songs, they get to combine them, see what sounds good, see what doesn't sound so good. And then they get onto the rhythm, and that's a really cool class too. I sat in on that a couple times. There's the Seed to Harvest class. That's like the most important class we have all summer, where pastor will go through the process of teaching the kids, how to get where they want to get in life. So he'll ask them a series of questions, what that gets them critically thinking about what it is that they want to do with their lives, what they want to do with their lives, how are they going to be impactful. And so we do that. They also have a culinary class where they learn how to cook different things, typically snacks that they can eat the same day. And we also have a science class taught by a biology teacher, and they get to do lots of different science experiments, and with those science experiments they get to learn about different chemical reactions and what you mix with what to get what type of reaction. Plans for the future. Well, we had a staff member suggest that the kids have a swimming class, and I think that's really important because a lot of kids don't know how to swim, and in the event that they ever go to the beach, because this is Florida, that'd be pretty important to know how to swim. I'd love to see some more outdoor components. We do have a sports class, but they haven't gotten to do all that I would like to see them do. Like, they've gotten to play football, they've gotten to play basketball, but I would love to see them play like soccer, tennis. Like, I'd love to see them exposed to a whole bunch of different sports. So yeah, it's a pleasure seeing the program grow. Yeah, I like seeing the program grow from one summer to the next. And I love that we have more kids, and I love the partnership that we have with the mega camp. So looking forward.
Hello, I'm Pastor Joaquin Willis, pastor of the Church of the Open Door, and currently the president and CEO of the Miami Youth Garden Incorporated here in Miami, Florida. I'm pleased to say that the Miami Youth Garden is an outgrowth of the church's ministry, and it is also an outgrowth of the Collective Empowerment Group's mission. The Collective Empowerment Group of South Florida has sponsored us for the past several years as we have drawn young people from the Liberty City community who are showing potential to be leaders of tomorrow. We're excited about it because we've now developed a program that uses a curriculum called Seed to Harvest. The Seed to Harvest curriculum is originally biblically based, but it's been modified to also be spiritually grounded so it can be used in both faith-based and non-faith-based settings, focusing upon teaching our children the 10 principles of life that will help them to understand how to make better decisions about their life, their focuses, their goals, and they're doing a great job. Plans for the future are exciting for the Miami Youth Garden. For the last 2 years, we've institutionalized the program. We've developed young leaders who are running the program. Our executive director now is Kersten Fullwood, and our program director is Allison Lawrence. Together, we are beginning to institutionalize the program such that it can be replicated in other communities. We have representatives from Liberty Square this summer, and we will be sending back trained young leaders into Liberty Square's after-school program, and we're excited because we're now working on a planning grant with the Miami City Police for juvenile intervention. So in addition to building leaders, we're now really beginning to work with youth who are at risk, and we're doing what we can to intervene before they become a statistic or even jacketed or double jacketed by our county police. This summer we've been excited. We've added some components that we've been wanting to add for a few years. We had Lisa Rogers Cherry, the author of Lifting the Burdens of Debt, to come in with a specially tailored financial literacy program for our youth. And the kids were very excited about it. They learned about check writing, debit cards, planning, and budgeting. We've also been blessed to have Dr. Hamilton Marillas of Chrysalis Health, who is now receiving nominations, if you will, or recommendations from our organization to help the youth who are at risk in the areas of anger management, attention deficit, or just behaviorally challenged. So we're adding that counseling component. We're excited that our executive director, Kersten Fullwood, just completed her master's in counseling psychology from FIU. We'll work with Dr. Hamilton Marillas and to make sure that these recommendations and these, and there's a technical term for them, the referrals will go to those families where the children who are at risk with these health challenges of attention deficit, learning deficits, looking at anger management, so that we can really begin to help them year-round now and not just in the summer. I want to thank all of the families who have supported us, our volunteers, our adult volunteers, the wonderful staff who've come from FIU, Florida Memorial, Miami-Dade College, FAU, a host of young students, college students, who this summer worked with us, and we were able to give stipends. So we've employed some 13 or 14 young people, and some of whom are in high school. So I want to thank that staff and thank all of those parents, especially who brought their children up here on a daily basis for these 8 weeks. God bless you, and thank you all for supporting us.